Hello everyone, I am Tessellating Hexagons, once again back from a one-day hiatus just because I've had a slightly busy life. So 2 days ago, complicated. 3 days ago, we actually had a leak through Spotify premiering the song for Belgium, and then 2 days ago, we had the official release of the video on YouTube, and I was going to wait until the official video was released and then do a next day review the day after that, which was yesterday. Rather than, because the thing on Spotify was supposed to be a leak, so I wasn't gonna I could have easily reviewed the leak, but I'm not going to as a show of respect. Why am I rambling? Okay, so the artist is Ellie Delvaux, or in this case, she's known by her stage name Blanche, and the song is called City Lights. It's completely in English, doesn't need translating, and composition, I haven't found any sources online at all saying anything about who wrote this song. So until proven otherwise, I'm going to take the assumption that it was written by Ellie herself and also Pierre Dumoulin, who is mentioned in the Eurovision.tv article as, oh, Blanche was writing something with this guy. I'm assuming that that means that he helped compose the song. I don't know. Until I know better, that's what I'm going to go with. So, first impressions of the song then. Well, strap yourselves in, ladies, gentlemen, and all friends besides. Belgium is out for blood this year. This song leaves one hell of a strong first impression, and for all the right reasons. In my time as a professional Eurovision reviewer, I've heard it said of some songs that one might consider to be weak, oh, well, maybe you think they're weak, but they're different, so they'll stand out on the night. And they kind of never do. This song, on the other hand, has the deadly combination of being standout different and very strong. And I'm not quite sure where the relationship between those 2 points lies. Is it strong because it's different? Or is its difference enhanced by its strength as a composition? Or perhaps neither? Or perhaps even both? Whatever the case may be, how about I stop rambling and try to put this into slightly more concrete terms of what I think is good or bad or whatever about this song. Cheers, you would have thought after a day off I'd be a little bit less rambly when it got back to actually reviewing. Okay, what do I like about this song then? First and foremost, let's just take that point about the song being remarkably different and strong and put a pin in that right away before we forget that I said it. After the previous Walloon offering for Belgium, that of course being Loic Notet in 2015, it's fairly safe to say that Belgium have more or less cornered the market on popularising their own special brand of indie pop at Eurovision. And after Rhythm Inside, and the top 10 finish by Laura Tesoro last year, the pressure, no pun intended, is very much on. But I'd say that Blanche has indisputably risen to the challenge. Just like the acts that came before her, she's yet another tough act to follow. For one, she has a curiously deep tone in this song, which is somehow quiet and restrained, but also loud and dominating as far as the song's mood and balancing goes. And the mood of her song, and her voice, and all of that goes hand in hand with her physical presence, as far as we can tell from the materials we've seen so far. Charismatic, mysterious, and as smoulderingly dark as the song itself. So, I expect an incredibly captivating stage performance of this song when it gets to Kiev, and I'm talking staging, I'm talking delivery, I'm talking her interactions with the camera, everything. It's pretty much guaranteed to be a pretty intense experience, and I'm looking forward to it already. After all, her song has a powerful, all-consuming atmosphere that absolutely carries all the same mental imagery that comes to mind when I think of the title of the song by itself, just as words. So, yeah. Put this music with her as a singer, and give her the staging that she deserves and is more or less bound to get when she gets to Kiev, and Belgium are a tour de force to be reckoned with this year. Quite a few people are already calling this one the winner, or the future winner, or the guaranteed winner, the something winner that implies that it's probably going to win, or, depending on tastes, a close second to Italy or Poland or whatever. As for whether or not I think that, well, you'll just have to wait and see until the contest itself. But first, what are some slightly less positive points that I can say for this song? Because I will do this for every single song. That is my definition of a balanced review. Looking at reasons why you might be right to like the song, and looking at reasons why you might be right to not like the song. Every song has its faults, and some people in the comments section just aren't getting the message that that's how I review. So, what do I think of this song in terms of why some people might not like it then? Well, for a lot of people, the fact that the song is so different is what makes it appealing. But by that same token, there is also a very vocal pocket of the community who always feel threatened by change. And so some people will mark this song down for colouring too far outside the lines. Now, don't misunderstand me. I like it. What I don't like is the fact that some people will write it off because of its marked difference from the norm. That said, I will concede that its style, though rich in atmosphere I have to admit, does make the song a bit trickier to follow than most, further unhelped, is that a word? Unhelped, by the song's chunkability. That's a new bit of what I call Tesperanto, the idiolect of mine in these reviews, that I came up with just for this year. It started with Belarus, and we've had a couple of other songs like it since. And it means that you could cut the song into little chunks based on what's being sung or not sung at the time, and then rearrange them, and it would be maybe difficult to tell that the song's not in its canonical right order at the other side of this rearrangement. Still, I feel like that's par for the course for this genre, so it's not really that much of a bad thing, but it depends on your tastes. Similarly, the melody of the lyrics, something about it makes me feel anxious, like viscerally, I don't know, it's somehow dissatisfying or incomplete. It's not, but I'm just saying it kind of evokes that sort of feeling, like the melody should, and I again, heavy air quotes, that's what I've been known for this season, that it should hit a certain note at some point, and then it doesn't. Or that it goes in semitones when it should go in tones, or that there should be a broader range when there isn't, I don't know. But I recognise, in this case, the fault is completely on my own part, and it's really not that big of a deal. It's just, the bottom line here is simply, because of the song's genre and execution and the melody, its atmosphere is so heavy that it can induce physical discomfort in some listeners. Not the babyish sort of, ew, it makes my ears bleed, that you get with, like, metal songs or stuff like Lordy or things that are that kind of off the wall. It's not like that by a long shot. It's just a kind of, hello there, melody, kind of sort of weird thing in my mind. That was a terrible explanation, wasn't it? Moving on! How can I quantify my opinions in numerical form? Well, we'll start with my personal opinion with this one, and I'm gonna give it a hearty 9. Just because I feel like there's the potential here for something even bolder than what it currently is. Though I do wholeheartedly recognise that changing anything, especially at this point, would just be over-egging the pudding, and it would do absolutely more harm than good. The overall atmosphere and feel of the song makes me feel kind of nervous or anxious, and I can't place why. Though I do recognise that that's a sign of an atmosphere well constructed, so that's to its credit. And apart from all of that, anyway, I totally enjoy the song. It's delightfully off-piste and different from the rest of the pack, and it carries, for me, the same kind of neo-nostalgia that Latvia's song evoked for me. If you want to hear more about that, just watch my review of Latvia's song this year. It's good music for a long nighttime road trip. Don't ever change, Belgium, it's deliciously different. As for technical score out of 10, after some deliberation, and then a tea break, and then some more deliberation, I've decided to give this one a 10. It has a strong, well-constructed atmosphere that lends itself so well to the Eurovision stage. It leaves a massively strong first impression. It's got lips moving, it's got betting odds shrinking, and sure, it's no technical innovation in the music industry at large, but it is a comparatively new thing to bring to Eurovision, and with execution like this, I fully expect that the effort's going to pay off in spades. I don't foresee Blanche letting her country down anytime soon, I'll put it that way. Now, bringing in thoughts of last year's Belgian song and putting the two side by side, the biggest consideration for me here is public reception. City Lights has, in theory, a much narrower niche in the market as far as appeal goes, whereas What's the Pressure was just pretty much across the board accessible to everyone, to the point that that was its thing. It was the song. That's kind of why it opened the grand final when it qualified. It's the sort of song that anyone, regardless of background, can sort of latch onto and enjoy. City Lights, on the other hand, doesn't enjoy quite that same broadness of appeal, but I think I will still call it the victor of this little duel. While what I just said does still apply, that is just in theory. In practice, from the moment this song was leaked, it garnered massive public support. Clearly, everything that it does to such great effect will not go unappreciated by the audience, and I anticipate that being reflected in Belgium's place on the scoreboard this year, probably the upper left. And it's absolutely worth applauding that Blanche is able to take a song that is, in theory, narrow in appeal, and deliver it with so much force and mystique that it kind of just crowbars its way into the upper echelons of most fans' favourites. And so quickly at that. And also, I suppose you could say, oh, and she's so young. I think she may be the first adult Eurovision contestant who was born in the 21st century? I don't know, I remember hearing that at some point. This is a strong song. Enough said, I'll leave it at that. Now, do we expect to see it in the final? Well, on a bad day, I'd say probably with a chance of the public not getting it. But clearly the public do get it, so I anticipate strong scores from the televotes here, and I don't think the juries will have the lack of common sense to overlook it either, especially if the staging is as strong as the song deserves. So, short of people forgetting to vote or not voting because, oh, everyone else is going to vote for it anyway, I'm going to save my money and vote for an underdog, short of that happening, it's not a question of if it'll qualify, it's when, and the answer to that question is at the end of its semi-final when all the other countries qualify. So, Belgium this year is playing with a very different, very potent kind of fire. So, blue fire. It's a bit different and it's hotter. Yeah. So, good luck to you, Belgium. Don't ever change, or, well, keep changing. You've changed for the better in recent years, and it's been reflecting in your results, and I expect no difference from that this year. So, good luck, and we will see you in Ukraine.